why it's very important that we first we have to understand what we're looking at. Okay, a macro cosmic path. Okay, that is the heaven, earth, and human energy. Now, there's JingQiShen, this very good calligraphy. And I met this Taoist priest in Beijing University when me and himself was invited as the vice chairman of the research institute, okay, internal Naidan medicine. And unfortunately, it's only a young guy, I think about 50 something, 40, 50 something. Right? Nice guy. And he passed away. Now, at that time, I did talking to him because we were exchanging things, and he was telling me that, he obviously there's some training, his training he doesn't understand, and then unfortunately that's why I couldn't help him. We were so far away, and he passed away. But at the end of the day, he gave me this, and respect to our late teacher. Okay. It is dealing with the Qigong thing, and he doesn't really understand it. And he got really ill. He got really ill. But it's nothing to do with spirit, obviously. Yeah. So I'm using his character just to memorize his teachers. Okay. Yeah. Respect. Okay. Now this character stands for Jing. So we talk about Jing. So what in the Chinese, the Jing, these are the Chinese, we look at it, the three treasures of human mind and body now. Okay, so JingQiShen, like I said, there are many teachers, they're looking at all these phenomena from different angles. Everybody is correct, right? Yeah, you cannot say who's right or who's wrong, because at the end of the day, this is only a character, isn't it? It's like a pictogram. So don't forget, our language comes from pictures. And for thousands of years, that's how our character comes in. So obviously there have been very big misinterpretation there, right? Lost in translations. So tonight I'm just trying to use modern science, because the science-wise, you can't argue with science now, do we? I mean, you still argue with science, and there's no point of really talking about it now, isn't it? So I'm using modern science to try to decode all the the Chinese written records about what inside us, the treasures, JingQiShen. Okay, now the first misinterpretation is the Jing, because even in China today, when people mention about Jing, because the same character, the same pronunciations meant sperm of human species. And then straight away, somebody would say that, oh yeah, also the ladies will have the eggs. Fine. These are reproductive energy. Very important. So in all the Taoist study, there is an actual study of the art of the bedroom. So you can call it the skills of sexuality. Okay, yeah. So there's nothing wrong if you look at it from that point of view. So the pronunciation of Jing, right? The writing, right? They all, obviously pointed to this kind of phenomenon. However, we are not here to talk about sexual intercourse, isn't it? We're talking about medicine of exercising. So, so that's where the people come in. We're talking about Naidan, internal Taoist medicine, right? Our tool is use methodology, Gong Fa, the mind and body for exercising to induce our natural body medicine. And then people talk about this, sperm and eggs. So I think it's a bit quite different, isn't it? Don't you think? So this is, obviously, this is the female of the eggs now. Yeah. So therefore, tonight I'm trying to point out different things. So I put it in front of you. You use your brain to think about it. That is the whole thing about, the teaching, right, of yin and yang principle. You heard it before. I tell you something different. Now you think about it. You're right in the middle. Think about it. The truth lies in the middle. Okay. Yeah. So reproductive system is very important. It's all energy, but like I said, we're not talking about a skill in bedroom. We're talking about exercising now, okay? Talking about inducing natural body medicine, are we not? And obviously now through that Jing and also the female's eggs, we have human energy, right? So just now we talk about, human, talk about heaven, earth, and now we talk about human now. So microcosmic, yeah. So the life force start now. Okay, yeah. So it is Jing, but not, okay, yeah, sexuality. Okay, now that's from part of my books. So I'm using the particle things because this is Jing. We also call it Jing in Chinese. Jing Mei. Very minute, so minute. So we can talk about, the nucleus. In the nucleus, you have the electron, you have proton, you have neuron, because these are the particle we call Yun Jing of the cosmic, right? And also particle make up of everything in the universe. So that is what we are looking at. The same pronunciation, the same character, but two different knowledge, shall we say. Okay, so that's where the biggest misinterpretation there. Okay, so obviously now we're talking about quark now. So science have found so much. Years ago we talked about the atoms, right? And then we talk about the hydrogens and the hydrogen bombs and all kind of things. And now we even smashed up the God's particle now, isn't it? So within the next 20 years, God knows what we found. So there is a lot of energy, and these are energy, are they not? So we're talking about energy. So it's a particle, Jing. Okay, yeah. So we have two up and one down, or two down and one up. Don't ask me what it is, because I'm not specialized on that. But I'm just saying that this is where a lot of misinterpretations comes in. We should look at things, Yuan Jing is the particle. So we are all made up of particles, are we? Yeah. Okay, now, so I just quote some from the old text from my PhD 17 years ago. So the scholar Ge Hong, Jing Dynasty, also mentioned in his book, right? Bao Ha Bao Boti. Okay. Now he said, indeed, taking remedy is a good way to promote health. Nonetheless, if practiced together with a spontaneous JingQiShen, one could gain better and faster results. And without using remedies, but only spontaneous JingQiShen, a person can still enjoy a few extra hundreds years of age. Now, those who are skillful in spontaneous JingQiShen can promote health and repute sicknesses. So I did not make this up, right? This is 283 AD. We got written text even older than that. So that's why, yes, we can, as scholar, we can talk about anything else. But the thing is, you have to justify it. Where do you get the information from, right? So that's why, as in university, when we have to have proof. So that's why we have to quote all these ancient texts, because you might say, "Hey, you make it up. You make things up." Well, I wish I could make things up, and I'm not that clever. Okay, yeah, I'm only a student. Fair enough. I'm not a master. And these are the masters, thousand years ago, with their experience and their knowledge passing down to us. So if somebody said that they found this style and they found this style, excuse me, a few thousand years ago already mentioned everything, and then somebody tell you, oh, I found this guy, this priest and this monk coming down a mountain in a white cloud and that kind of Harry Potter stuff. You come to the wrong place. Okay, yeah, okay. All right, so now let me talk about 5 minutes and we go to the part 3 then. Okay, yeah. Now, so what happened was there's a lot of quotes. We have to quote all this because today modern science have done brilliant jobs, right? Giving us hard evidence, okay? But modern science in this particular Naidan, internal Taoist medicine, you don't have the methodology, you don't have the experience of putting the knowledge into practices. Why the ancient Chinese have that, right? For 5,000 years of written knowledge on it. So that's why we can work together, right? We can use the modern science to decode, all this ancient knowledge. So at the end of the day, we know exactly what are we doing, right? That's the whole main point, because at the end of the day, if somebody now talk to you, oh, I'm doing Qigong, what is that? Oh, my Nai Qi, my Dai Tian Qi. Can you be a bit more specific? Okay, now, so bring up the third part now. This is Qi now, okay? JingQiShen, just now I talk about Jing. Okay, yeah. So the particle, we're looking at through particle. Now qi.